With this new Men in Black movie, I wonder, is it going to be a good movie, or is this a movie I'm going to need a neuralizer in order to make me forget how bad it is? Men in Black International, directed by F. Gary Gray, the man that directed Straight Outta Compton. This movie stars Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Emmanuel Jewel Nanjiani from The Big Sick, Rebecca Ferguson, Rafe Spall, Emma Thompson, and Liam Neeson. This is a fourth movie in the Men in Black franchise, a spin-off of sorts. This is an attempt to try to revitalize the Men in Black franchise since both Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are no longer a part of the franchise, and it's been a long time since the third movie, and they want to try to reboot it and bring some new life to the franchise. So they got the director of Straight Outta Compton to direct this movie. The plot of this movie, Tessa Thompson's character Molly is a child, and her parents get visited by the Men in Black because there's this little alien running around, and they're trying to find this little alien, I guess in order to send him back to his home planet or something. And when they find Molly's parents, they couldn't find the alien, but they decide to neuralize Molly's parents in order to make them forget that the Men in Black ever visited them. But they do not neuralize Molly because they think Molly is asleep, not realizing that Molly's actually awake and sees the Men in Black and sees the little alien in her room and helps the little alien get away. And ever since then, she has been seeking out the Men in Black. She's been obsessed with finding out about them, and she wants to join them. She believes she's the ideal candidate to be part of their organization because she's somebody that has no family. I guess her parents have died now, and she has no children. She has no love interests, so therefore she has nobody to lose, and she's actually somebody that finds out where the Men in Black headquarters actually is. She keeps on searching everywhere and ends up finding it. And because she is successful in finding the agency, she believes that makes her suitable to become part of the Men in Black. And when Emma Thompson's character, who is the head superior of Men in Black, Agent O, meets Molly, she tells Molly that we don't take people that find us, we recruit them. But Molly is persistent, so Agent O gives Molly a chance and makes her a probationary agent. Eventually, Molly, or Agent M as she is called, gets paired up with Agent H, Chris Hemsworth's character, who is kind of like a Han Solo of the Men in Black. And they have to go up against some alien bad guys, and they get help from this little alien voiced by Emmanuel Nanjiani named Pani. And the whole plot of this movie revolves around a little crystal that turns into an alien gun, and there seems to be a twist involving the plot of who else is another villain in the movie, and that's pretty much our film. Now, I am a big fan of the first Men in Black movie. I love the chemistry between Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, but I don't like the sequels. The sequels suck. And the main reason why the sequels sucked is because at the end of the first Men in Black movie, the first Men in Black movie implies that Will Smith is not teaming up with Tommy Lee Jones's character since his character arc was finished up in the first movie, and he leaves Men in Black and decides to leave the agency and gets neuralized and everything. But for some reason, the people behind making the sequels didn't think that the franchise would work with Will Smith being paired up with a woman instead, since since the chemistry between Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones worked so well in the first one, even though Will Smith had very good chemistry with the leading lady in the first movie that ran the mortuary and the woman that becomes Agent L, who's a great character in the animated series. Why not continue to use that character in the movie? I was really disappointed when they decided to continue to bring back Tommy Lee Jones for both movies instead of keeping the Agent L character. And when I heard about this new movie that has Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, a man and woman team, I thought, oh wow, maybe this is the movie that the Men in Black sequel should have been. And it has Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson from Thor Ragnarok. That's a great idea. They had great chemistry in Thor Ragnarok. They ought to have great chemistry in this movie. And yes, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson both have great chemistry in this movie. They really work off each other very well. The alien, voiced by Kimanyo Nanjiani, is very good in the movie. He provides some very good comic relief to the film, even though Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth also provide some very good comic relief. I did like Emma Thompson in the movie, even though she's not in the movie that much. And Liam Neeson playing another superior within Men in Black is very good in the movie. But here's the problem with this movie. The problem with this movie is the plot fairly standard. It really doesn't do anything new with the franchise, really. And the movie relies too much on callbacks from the first film, the alien dog from the first Man in Black film. You get to see the little worms, the alien worms from the first two Men in Black movies. You get to see some other stuff from the first Man in Black movie, and really all that is great, but if you're not doing anything really fresh with the franchise, it really doesn't feel like a reboot. It really doesn't feel like a necessary reboot. And that's the real problem with this movie. This movie becomes forgettable. It doesn't really become all that memorable, really. I have seen online that a couple people have said that this movie's really not all that good, but I did enjoy this movie. I just think it could have been a little bit better if it had a better script and something more for Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson to work with, really, because this movie is really not all that memorable. I'm going to give this movie a C. It's pretty much just a rental. I say wait for it to go on Redbox or one of the streaming services. And that's all I gotta say for Men in Black International. Now I'm going to neuralize myself to make me forget about this movie. Alright, what movie was I reviewing?